I would like to examine them before you bring them to Mien. So, bring them here before departing. For goodness sake! The messenger boy of light. Alright, just one more. Which is... oh god, that's very disorientating. There it is. Alright, I've got your things. Are they good? Can I go? Yes, these measurements should prove to be satisfactory. Adventurer, please bring these to Mian along with the etherometers from the Northern Scout. Can do. Now we fly all the way back. Do, 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 do. Oh, come on. We're nearly there. I don't know, I've not really enjoyed these quests as much as the Moogle ones, which is ironic since everyone hates the Moogles. And by the way, again, I am stating these quests are necessary to unlock the Moogle Beast Tribe quests. Alexander, you're back. A dragon caught me unawares, but I'll be fine after some treatment. What news to the scouts report? Thank the 12 that completed their measurements without incident. This land is proving to be more dangerous than we had anticipated. Ah, the pain! I can scarce stand. Alexander, pray put the etherometers in the sealed crate over there. Can I unseal it first? You have my thanks, Alexander. What in the seven hells was that thing? Ooh, are we gonna fight a big dragon? Money! There be dragons! And money. Mian's wounds seem to have healed somewhat in the past 10 seconds. Alexander, the potion is doing its work, and before long I'll be fully recovered. I was investigating the lower body of the rookery when a hulking shadow blotted my vision. I managed to fight the beast off and escape, but I fear it still stalks this place. 'Twould be a grievous error to let it live. More dragoons could come to harm. I would ask that you slay the beast for us. Once the deed is done, bring something from the beast. Anything that would aid in identifying the true nature of the dragon. A tooth? I'm guessing this is the underside. Oh, search and slay the Rookery Master. That sounds very cool. There we go. Who's the Rookery Master then? Ah. Well, the Rookery Master's dead. What a disappointment. Wait a minute. What is that? Rusted Basigue. A circular, even though that's a square, plate affixed below the armpit to deflect swords or lance thrusts. This one is rusted clean though. Wait, what? Rusted clean. Those are two differing points. Oops. Let's try that again. Bum bum ba dun 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 dun. No, not you. Oh, Mian said she's never seen such a dragon before. If only I had been there, perhaps she would not have come to harm. I cannot in good conscience let other dragoons scout the area while that beast still lives. Were you able to track it down? Yep, he has a circular square. You pulled this from the beast's corpse? This armor dates back to before any of us were born. But there can be no mistake, it was forged in Ishgard. This must mean that the dragon was once a heretic, and drank of the dragon blood until he... The gilding on the armor indicates it's hundreds of years old. What would drive a man to choose to become that? To a heretic, does a transformation indicate transcendence? Well, I'll be honest, you're saying that's hundreds of years old. If I was quite old, I'd probably quite happily take turning into a dragon over death. Mayhap 'tis not for me to understand the minds of heretics. Nevertheless, we owe you our thanks for ridding us of that abomination. Oh, okay. Money, please. Da do 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 ba ba. Here it is, finally! This is the quest that is necessary to unlock the Moogle Beast Tribe quests, laying the first brick. Mian has one last request for you before she returns to Ishgard. Ah, here's a hint for you. Craftsmanship materia. Let's see, control, craftsmanship. So I'm probably going to go for that. Maybe. Wait a minute. Since spoilers, craftsmanship and control. So all of those are important. Actually, I'm going to go for CP. I don't think it matters really, does it? Alright. Well, it seems we've completed surveys of all the ancient battlefields thanks to you. However, I have one last request to burden you with. I would ask you to deliver two things to Sir Hanaloo at the congregation. Firstly, I would have you deliver the sealed crate containing the aetherometers. Secondly, I ask that you retrieve the observation log from the scout to the northeast. I shall inform my scouts at each location that our mission is complete. Then we shall return to Ishgard together. Once again, you had my thanks. We would not have been able to finish our mission without you. So if you're returning to Ishgard, why do I have to do this? Why couldn't you? The box looks very heavy. Even if I am just sticking it back in my pocket. So once we've completed this, we've completed all the necessary quests to unlock the Moogle Beast Tribe. And we will have a very successful first episode. Well, it's not a first episode because this has clearly been more than an episode's length. First recording session of Sidequest Stories. I've already forgotten what the name I gave it. I've received word from Sir Mien and have written down detailed information of my observations. Pray bring it to Sir Hanaloo at the congregation. The other scouts and I will remain behind at this post and continue with our work until Mien calls for us. Give Sir Hanaloo our regards, adventurer. Ah, so you aren't heading back right away. Okay, well let's head back then. Teleport! Ah. So many weird voices in this session. Come on. Load faster, please. La da 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 da. No. Forgotten Night. See, I normally go to... I've forgotten the name of it. Jeweled Crozier? Yeah, the Jeweled Crozier. Because that is where the market board is, and that's often where I go. Ah, Alexander! It seems the operation at the Churning Mist was a success. What exactly did our scouts discover? This and this. Ah! These etherometers and the observation log will prove invaluable. However, the news that Mayenne was attacked by a heretic-turned-dragon is troubling. I've been mulling over the information you and Estinian have brought to light. To think that, at one time, dragonkind and mankind once coexisted. Yet now we must contend with dragons born of heretics in this never-ceasing conflict. It is much too early to say if the news of our once peaceful past should be given credence, but it would be foolish to reject it outright. The best course of action would be to become more familiar with the history of the Churning Mists. It is only through knowledge that we can decide our next step. Estinian's reports contain detailed information on the Moogles that inhabited the area, or that area. Mayhap we could prove to be an invaluable resource. Would prove to be an invaluable resource to us. Oh, that's it. Call them a resource, not a partner or an ally. Alexander, it seems you developed a bit of friendship with them. Have you not? I apologize for asking another favor of you so soon after you've returned, but I would be grateful if you could help us strike up our own relationship with them. You have my thanks. I shall personally accompany you to ensure this meeting goes favorably, and to show the Moogles my proper respects. We shall depart shortly, Alexander. I shall see you at our destination. Didn't mean to do that. Before we head back, I actually want to check something. Ironically, after mentioning that. Well, the patch notes, as I said much earlier, came out today on the day of recording this. So, that means certain things were revealed, such as why I'm doing this quest, or this series of quests. And one of those was 2 of the new minions are to be Wind Up Shiva and Wind Up Ramoon. Which means that their required items are the ice tier. Yep, that's quite expensive. I bought mine for, I think, 10,000. And I believe it's the Levin Orb. That looks right. Oh, sweet Jesus! That has rocketed up! So, if you're needing them... Yeah. Oh boy. Look at that. Whoop. That escalated quickly. Oh, look at that price. Wait a minute, what's today's date? It is the 3rd. Wow, look at how much the price has shot up. Then again, those ones, that person put it on for very cheap. Anywho, close. How much are the blood peppers? Which is the other ingredient that I believe we'll need. Not bad. That'll probably go up once it's been confirmed that you need them. Anywho, let's head to Moghorn. Ba da 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 da. Do 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 do. Ba da da. I almost wish I could have bought more of the Levin Orbs, because I have 3 of them. Because you can only... Well, I'll show you. There it is. They are unique items, so you cannot carry more than one. But you can store them in your retainer. So I bought one for each of my retainers because I've only got 2. Haven't paid money for an extra one. And one for myself. Right, where am I going? Oh, right, Moglin is the chieftain. Fair enough. Ah, Alexander. I see you still haven't chosen a proper Moogle name. Oh, for God's sake, I have, but I've forgotten it. What would you ask of me today? Some guy wants to be friends. There are those from the surface that wish to know the history of this land. Very well. If you vouch for them, I see no reason to refuse their request. However, I would ask one thing of you in return. The Muggles wish to live in peace, and we can't do that if war rages across the land, Capo. As long as our desires are understood, I'd like nothing more than to meet up with these new friends. Now, where can we find this Sir Handaloo? Excellent, Capo. I shall dispatch members of the Palm Guard to escort him at once. Alexander, please go along with them. They may be shy around so many new visitors from the surface, Capo. Wow, we actually got out of his seat for 2 seconds. Where is he? Ah, he's at the airship landing where they were. When I say airship landing, makeshift airship landing. Do 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 do. That music's not here now. Do 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 do. Hello, Elder Wyvern. There it is. Bum 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 bum. Do 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 do. Nearly there. This is a really long journey. But then we will be done, and that'll be all of the quests needed to unlock the Beast Tribes. Which for once, it was actually quite a lot that I had to do. Because normally they just are like, pretty much, there's one quest and then they're unlocked. Oh, Moglio! There are so many people from the surface, Kupo. I'm a little nervous. So, that's a Moogle? I've never seen something so cute. Ah, Alexander, it seems you were able to arrange a meeting after all. You have my thanks. I think, if I recall correctly, he's meant to be the like second in command, other than the woman whose name I forget. To Estinian. No, not Estinian. To Emmerich. Welcome to the Churning Mists, Kupo. Moglin has told us about you. It's our pleasure to guide you to Mogholm. Ah, where are my manners? I am Commander Handalur of the Temple Knights. We are honored to receive your guidance. Furthermore, we appreciate your willingness to impart on us your knowledge of the Churning Mists. If there is aught you would require in return, we would gladly repay your kindness. Sir Handalur, you come from a large city on the surface, yes? You might have the exact knowledge we need, Kupo. We've long yearned to learn how to repair stone structures. If we did, we could repair Zenith with our own paws. Us Muggles have a sacred agreement with the great worm Hersvalga that binds us to protect the Holy Tower. But after 1,000 years, time has worn its luster. Zenith is beloved by Hersvalga and stands as a symbol of the friendship between the landlords and the skylords. If we could restore its former glory, maybe the bonds between your two races could be revitalized as well. Indeed, the Holy See's knowledge of stoneworking is vast. Very well. Although the road ahead of me may be difficult, I will do all within my power to convey Convince the Holy See to send stonemasons and carpenters to do what they can.
Oh, you are too kind, Kupo. However, there's one more thing I must ask of you. It may be too soon to allow so many people from the surface into Fresvalga's beloved tower. It could, unnerve him. For now, we would ask you to teach us what you can at Moogle, and then we can use our own paws to repair Zenith. It may start with us repairing but a single brick, but if we keep at it, soon Zenith will sparkle, as it hasn't in a millennium. Kapal!
I understand the Moogle's concern. I know all too well that 1,000 years of animosity cannot be forgotten overnight. Let us work with diligence, and brick by brick, we shall rebuild that which has been lost.
I'm glad we've come to an agreement, Kupo. Now, let's be off to Moogle. There's so much to share with you.
And away we go. I don't know. That one. Middle one again. Ba. And that is that. I don't believe that actually unlocks any other quests. Nope, doesn't seem to. So before we end this, I'm, as we've mentioned, a bit intrigued by the quests to do with the ground Moogles and the above ground Moogles. Well, the 12-foot Moogles to be a bit more precise. Precise? Have I just made up a random word? Anywho, Moogle.